Hi, today we are going to talk about fear. I am Samantha and I'm going to challenge you to try something new. First off, everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. So if you fear something, challenge yourself to overcome it. I'm going to tell you about a digital story that I saw this weekend. It was about me and my coaching story. It talked about all the different things and ways people overcome fear. So this student that shared her digital story talked about coaching other students to travel the world to overcome her fear. She helped them set goals, pick locations, and plan their trips. Effective digital storytelling was used in this presentation through animations, edits, and transitions. She also used a great presentation tone and had effective storytelling skills. This podcast that I used was simple ways to challenge the fear that is holding us back. I found it on iTunes. The theme in the presentation was types of ways to overcome your fears. She provided examples and exercises to help you understand ways to challenge yourself. Why did I pick this presentation? I picked this presentation because it helped me challenge myself and notice the things that I have been able to overcome. First off, when you're trying to overcome yourself, ask yourself if it's really there. Is it really truly a fear? Do you think it's a fear, or do you just think it's something that you're unsure about? Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Will it cost you your house or just the week's worth of pay? Really ask yourself if it's worth taking the next step. Of course, you have to think about the amount of time that is passing. Do you really want to wait any longer, or is it now the right time? Finally, ask yourself who you are bringing to the table with you. Think about who really matters and is valuable to have part of your team in your journey. An exercise that was suggested for deciding to take it was a Post-it note exercise. She took and wrote down all the different people that were valuable to her and then only worked with them when completing tasks. Finally, we're going to take small steps towards your goals. One small step every day gets you closer to the big goal of overcoming your fears every time. Now we're going to talk about what fear is. Fear is the definition of fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by a belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain, or a threat. Coping with fear. To cope with fear, you need to start by facing it. Take action and get informed. Start by recognizing that you are fearful of something. Share it with somebody so that you can help recognize it yourself. Next, we are going to understand it. Look up what it means to fear something. See if there are suggestions on how to fix it. My example for you today is I am terrified of steps. Mostly the ones without the backs where your foot can go right through, but sometimes the other ones too. When I looked it up, it suggested it might be caused by a fear of heights. Overcoming it. Challenge yourself to move past it. Might mean you have to take small steps outside of your comfort zone, but it's totally something you can do at your own pace. Learn to challenge yourself. If you are uncomfortable, maybe go up one flight of steps instead of two. Start with small baby steps. So an example of this that I have for you is facing the impossible when I went ziplining in Mexico. I had to climb many sets of steps while we were there, and that managed to have me face many fears and challenge myself. Finally, I just want to thank you for listening, and I hope you really enjoyed learning how to overcome your fears and challenging yourself.